Okay, so I thought I would start doing these because I want to get in the habit of doing it, and I've got a bit of free time, so why not just jump right into it? So it's been roughly 6 months, 5 to 6 months, 7 months actually, that I've been vegan now, and I haven't really done anything that talked about just authentically about my experience of being vegan. So I asked on Instagram for people to ask me some questions about being vegan. I asked people not to chirp me, but Sean Kilpatrick chirped me and asked me if it's a requirement to wear a vegan hat to be vegan, and it's not. But if you were vegan, you'd get it, you'd understand. People go vegan for a number of different reasons. For myself, I went vegan. First, it was for the environment. I watched Cowspiracy, and that really made me go vegan. The animal rights stuff came after. I was actually worried that my fitness goals, my health would plummet. Not plummet, but would take a hit if I went vegan. And so when I saw Game Changers, which was a few months or a month into me being vegan, I was very excited about that. So why do I wear the hat? Because I believe in it so strongly that I use myself as a billboard for being vegan. And that's part of why I want to start doing these talks, because I believe in it so much that I think people's health will be better, physical and mental. The planet's health will be better. But no, you don't have to wear the hat. There's a lot of people who are more quiet vegans. I'm not a loud vegan. Some people might think I am. But that's actually part of where I'm at right now with my fitness and vegan journey, is that I'm sort of transitioning from being an early vegan who is really passionate about it. I'm still very passionate, but I'm sort of done with trying to convert people live. Unless they ask me about it and are curious about it, then I'm happy to talk about it. But it was sort of putting a strain on certain relationships, and for me right now, it's more important and more effective for me to highlight the positive things about being vegan and not the negative things of not being vegan. So I like to highlight the health benefits, the physical health benefits, the mental health benefits. So to give a little background on before I was vegan, I ate a lot of meat and a lot of whey protein, and I remember having conversations with vegans saying I would never go vegan. I would never not eat meat, which seems insane to me now that I would possibly say that, but I did. I didn't realize that subconsciously there was like a low hum of guilt about eating meat before. Like I didn't realize what that feeling was until later. It's an amazing feeling to go to bed at night and know that no farm animal had to die for me to sustain myself. And to also know that I'm doing one of the most important things that a person can do on an individual basis to help with climate change, etc. That's if the research that I've done, or actually that the people who've done the documentaries that I've watched are accurate. And I know a lot of people are going to tell me, well, go to the source and do your own research, and I'm in the process of doing that. So that's one. I think in terms of physical fitness, I don't know if I can associate inflammation in my knees with my diet from before. In terms of my mental health and my body, I mean, I think tangentially finding a community, it's like finding your team. And I think it's important not to get caught up in confirmation bias, to only hang out with people who support your mode of thinking. And it's important to talk to people and be challenged. But finding that sense of community and that sense of purpose was huge. So honestly, I don't know what the top three are, but those are just a few of the main things for me. So the easiest thing about going vegan for me, shouldn't be the easiest thing. The easiest thing for me was convincing my parents to go vegan. I don't think I even tried. I just told them what I was doing, told them what movies I watched, and next thing I knew, my parents had gone plant-based. They're not too comfortable using the term vegan because of wool, etc. But definitely plant-based. The most challenging thing about going vegan, I would say, is maybe the heckling, the chirping from people. That can be, honestly, at first that can be difficult, but then, after 7 months of doing it and really knowing why I'm vegan and just going back to that in my own mind, has been huge. So at first, it's the chirping that can be difficult. For the first 3 weeks, you kind of don't know what to cook and how to cook. I eat very simply, so that didn't last too long. I don't eat very fancy food. It's very, very basic for me, but I enjoy it. It's really the reaction that other people might have of being challenged by it. And part of that is because you're talking about it and you might be a little bit militant about it, so that can be difficult for people.
I want the truth!
I can't control what people are going to say to me, but I can control how I react to them. And that's why I want to go back to just know why you're vegan, know why you're trying to be vegan, why you're going plant-based, or why you're going one meal plant-based a day, etc. And I'm realizing I don't need to talk about it all the time. I know why I'm doing it. I choose to talk about it, and I choose to perhaps wade into some waters that are going to be tricky, and I might deal with some not so great interactions, but I'm cool with that. That's fine. But again, I am transitioning to talking more about the positive stuff. As soon as I told myself that if there's ever a time that I want to have sushi with salmon on it or have a steak, I'm entitled to it, and I don't feel like I'm a traitor to anybody in any way. I give myself permission to do that. As soon as I gave myself that permission, I didn't want to anymore, and I haven't stumbled. It was a mental thing. It's the idea of perpetuity without it freaked me out at first, but now honestly I can't see myself, like the idea of cottage cheese in my mouth freaks me out. I hate it. I hate the idea of it. Hardest thing to give up. There's certain things that are nostalgic. I think nostalgic things are difficult. The main thing for me would be my mom's cooking, but my mom is plant-based now and she's cooking a lot of great other stuff. I used to love chicken wings. I used to be a dark meat person. So, there's plenty of barbecue type alternatives, like using mushrooms to barbecue is huge with barbecue sauce and all that. So I'm kind of over it now. There's nothing that I really miss too much. So 7 months for me, eating tofu, tempeh, edamame, all kinds of soy-based products, processed and unprocessed. And no, I think, if anything, I think my pecs are getting better. Is it more expensive to eat vegan? Depends what you're eating. A lot of people want to have their plant-based fake yogurt stuff. I'm not about that. I'm about frozen vegetables, frozen fruit, fresh vegetables, rice and beans and all that. So that stuff is like generally Popper's food, and it's delicious either way you cook it with spices and whatnot. So for me, if anything, I think I've probably saved money being vegan. What you should do is with the MyFitness app, track everything that you eat that doesn't have meat in it. Keep eating your meat, but just track the other stuff and just see how much protein you have at the end of the day. You might find that you have a lot more than you thought. All right, guys, I hope I didn't bore you to death. I'm discovering this stuff for the first time, so follow me if you want to follow someone who is learning. We're all a work in progress, so I thought I would share my journey and hopefully you get some value out of it. So subscribe, follow me on the next one, leave some comments below so that I know what I can do better next time. All right, see you guys on the next one.